Yes, sir, it's showing.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. Thank you. Okay, okay, thank you. Okay, so till now we have seen a few regarding strings and math functions and all. And today we are going to see the constants, that what are these, what is the usage of them and all. So the basic difference between a constant and a variable is that variables we can change them, but constants cannot be changed. Fine. These are both are like similar to each other. Constants are like variables only, but variables except that once they are defined, they cannot be changed, or we can say they are undefined, that are called as constants. And a constant is an identifier for a simple value, and the value cannot be changed during the script. And a valid constant name starts with a letter underscore, again with the same thing, but we don't have to assign any dollar values and all. Fine. Like variables and constants both are automatically global across the entire script. Fine. So the basic difference between a constant and a variable is we can change the variables while we can't change constants. Once the variables are defined, they can be used anywhere, they can be changed anywhere in the script, while constants we can't change anywhere. Wait 2 minutes. Sorry for the interruption. Showing again. Okay, fine. That was the constant things and all. Then how to create a constant PHP constant. How to create a PHP constant. So to create any constant, we are going to use that define function. And among the define function, we have some different parameters that you have to pass while creating any PHP constant. Fine. The first parameter is the name, and second one is regarding value, and the third is case insensitive. Fine. Whatever the name you are going to specify, then the value you have to specify. The case sensitive is whether the constant name should be case sensitive or not. What this means, a default is false. Default is a false means that whatever the, if you are not going to specify anything, that means if you are going to create a constant as a define the name and a value, and if you are just keeping the third not keeping the third parameter, that is the case value, then it will take directly as a case sensitive only. You can see here in the next page of an example, you can see constant with a case sensitive name. Case sensitive name, what we have done, we have just taken a php defined a constant. First one, the greeting, that is called as your name, and welcome to PP Savani University is something that is called as your value. This is your name. You can see here, this is the first one is the name and the second one is the value. First one is the greeting, that name is equal to greeting, value is equal to welcome to PP Savani University. Then what it is, their case insensitive. Fine. That means what here we have not concluded here as any case insensitive part, we have not taken that. That means it is directly going to consider it as a case sensitive. Fine. But if you are going to have a case insensitive, then what you have to do, simply name value as well as the case insensitive parameter as well. You have to keep it as true. Fine. What's this? Here you can see you are going to, you have created this define functionality, then you just printed the echo greeting in all capital letters, because it is not, it is just a case sensitive example. But once you take a case insensitive example, you have to specify here as it as true, as the default, as you can see the case insensitive default value is a false. So whenever you are considering this case insensitive parameter, you have to specify whether it's a true or no. If you have put here as taken here as true, simply even if you write here as echo small greeting, it is going to consider as this capital greetings only. That's what case insensitive and sensitive matters. Simply case sensitive, you don't have to pass any parameters regarding that case, simply passing the name and the value parameter and just print whatever the requirements are. If you want to take it as a case insensitive, simply you have to pass a parameter of case sensitive, simplifying, specifying the values whether it is a true or false, and then just keep a print here as echo greetings. Fine. This was an example regarding case sensitive and case insensitive. Any like any queries in this particular thing? Any query? Write down in the chat box, please. Yes or no if you have any queries regarding how to deal with constant. No sir, only one. Then we'll move on to constant arrays. How to create an array using the constant values. We know that how to create a variable using arrays by simply passing the function as a array. I just try to note down where was the array once. Okay, so this was an example of array. You simply you have to pass, you have to take in a variable, and that you have, then you have created a small array function and then passed out the different parameters, that is the number of items present in that particular array. Now what is this how to create a constant of an array? Simply define the following. Then the first one we already know, that is the name parameter. So what is the name? That is cars. And after that you have to specify all the values, that is the the all of the parameters that you are going to put in the cars. If you are simply then Alfa Romeo, BMW and Toyota, so there are three values present in the car. When you are going to print this echo cars of 0, that is the zeroth index, it is going to show you then output as Alfa Romeo. Then second, how to use the constants as global. We all know that constants are automatically global and can be used to store the entire script as well. It's a small example that how to use a constant inside a function. This was a define greeting and welcome to PB Savani University. Simple, it's a constant with the case sensitive example. Then what we have done, just we have simply created a function. In that we passed out the echo as greeting, and then we have called the function. First of all, it is going to call the function. What is that? My test. When it will check this my test function, yes, it is appear here. Then it is showing as echo greeting. Then echo greeting, it will directly print by seeing whether any defined constant is being prepared or not. If it is, then it is going to print out the statements. Fine. So these are the next upcoming things, that are the PHP operators. So we'll quickly see till now what is the constant. The constants are like the variables, but once they are going to define, they can't be changed. That means you can't change the values of a constant regularly, not regularly, even you can't change those values. It's a constant, and the value cannot be changed during the script. While you can change the values of a variable. A valid constant name starts with a letter or underscore. No dollar sign is required. But for variable, dollar sign is must. Constants are automatically global across the entire script. Fine. This was a simple parameter that you have to use. Define is the keyword to create any constant. The name and value are the must. If you want to have a case insensitive, then you have to specify whether it is a true or false. Otherwise, it's not a necessary point. If you are not going to specify anything, it will automatically take it as a case sensitive. Then we have seen how to create an array using how to create an constant using arrays. Simply the first thing is specifying the names. After that, simply specify all the values present in that particular constant. Then how to create its a global constant using in a function. Simply calling a function, having that name function, creating a function, simply printing that thing, and it will check whether any particular constant is there or not. Fine. So that was it's regarding the constants of constants things. Next is regarding PHP operators. Fine. Okay, fine. So I'm asking you a small thing. If you have any queries now, whatever the things that we are going to see, those are all the manipulation stuffs. All those are manipulation stuffs. So just want to know if you have any queries regarding variables, constant, arrays, string, any math functions, you can tell me here. I'll just have a quickly revise on all those topics within 10 minutes. If you say no, sir, they're all are very clear, then we'll start with the PHP operators. Just want a quick answer. Devan sir, no, no, okay. So I guess everyone are very clear with these all small topics. Yes, yes. Okay, okay, fine. So then we'll start with the PHP operators. So what are these PHP operators? So we can see PA operators are used to perform operations on the variables. So variables can of any type. It can be of array, it can be of strings, it can be of simple digits, anything it can be of, and presenting it its values. Now PHP has some different operators. One is something like arithmetic operators that basically deals with numerical values. The word arithmetic suggests then assignment operators. Then this increment and decrement operators, comparison operators, logical string arrays, conditional assignment operators. I guess a conditional assignment, maybe you have seen about that arithmetic word as the boolean, which actually works on true or false. In this conditional assignments we are going to see there. Array operators, simply array functionalities. String functionalities. Logical, we'll see what are those things. So this is the PHP operators are fine. So what is this? What is this plus? This is an addition. What is this dollar $x? A variable that is the name of x and a variable that is the name of y. Sum of both those things, dollar $x plus dollar $y, that is the addition. Similar fashion, dollar $x minus dollar $y, subtraction. Dollar $x and star dollar $y. Star is showing you the product of those two values. Then the division. Then this modulus will show you the only the remainder of that particular value. Then this is then exponential functionality. Do no worries, I'll just share you the PPTs. I guess in the morning I shared with you the PPT until the page number 58, and now I will share until the point where we are going to cover those things. Fine. So these are the arithmetic operators that basically do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and all those things. The only small changes will be these operators only, plus, minus, other, and all those things will remain as it is. Now this is the PHP assignment operators. Operators means what? So this is basically used to whether you are not going to directly work on any particular variables. Fine. You can see here the same addition is also going to apply here. X plus equal to y. That means what? This is then equation as x equal to x plus y. So first of all, x equal to y means the left operator gets set to the value of the expression on the right. That means what? If the x value is the 5, then in the same way the y is also assigned as the value of phi itself. Fine, that's the simple meaning of that. Now x plus equal to y means what? X equal to x plus y. X minus equal to y means x equal to x minus y. X star equal to y means x equal to x star y. That is the multiplication of both these two values, x and this the simple between in arithmetic operators, all the similar operations you are doing, but you are not assigning these values to any particular domain. But what in assignment we are doing, we are simply doing this x plus y, x minus y only, but this x plus y we are going to assign to any particular variable, that is x itself. Fine, you can see the difference here. What we have taken, we have directly taken the variables and we have applied the operations directly on the variables. But what we are doing here, we are taking the variables and then assigning that values to that particular variable itself. We are not assigning here any value. Like, what if this is $x plus $y is, it will show, like if the x value is 5 and y value is 10, it will show you then output as 15. Fine. And but what in this, you are, even if this x is equal to 10, y is equal to 5, but when you are going to print out this value, it will show a result as x equal to 15. While in arithmetic case it will show only 15, while in assignment it will show you x equal to 15. Fine, that's the very small reasonable difference between these arithmetic and assignment operators. Again, the same functionalities of multiplication, division and modulus, nothing more is changed. Then you are called it as the comparison operators. It can be of a string, it can be of any particular numerical or string data you can have on work on those things. So what is, so what is this, what is this the meaning of double equal to? The single equal to means what? The single equal to means it will assign that the left operand, that is the x value, gets set to the value of the expression on the right. So whatever the value of y will be, it is going to assign to the x. That's the functionality of equal to. Now what is double equal to? It is something, it will check whether the value of x and y are equal or not. The returns true if $x is equal to $y. What is this triple equal to? $x equal to $y returns true if $x is equal to $y and they are of the same type only. Now what is this thing? If I have an $x, the value as 5.0, and the $y is equal to 5, that means what? $x is a float value, $y is a integer value. But yeah, 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 జరుగుతుంది 6 o'clock దాకా ఏం లేదు. ఏం పని వస్తున్నారంట, డబ్బులు కట్టేటప్పుడు చెప్పు నేను వస్తాను. బా, వాళ్ళు వచ్చినప్పుడు అంతసేపు ఉండు, డబ్బులు కట్టేస్తాను అంతే. $x equal to triple y, that means what? $x we have taken 5.0, that is a float value. $y is equal to 5, that is your integer value. Now both the values are equal only, but are they identical? No, they are not identical, they are only equal. That's what identical will actually shows you, whether they both belong to one particular domain only or not. That's the difference between double equal to and triple equal to. Then your comes as not equal, whether it will true if the $x is not equal to $y. Not equal, this is also the same functionality as this only, nothing much. Then not identical returns true or they are not of the same type. You can easily calculate these things. So once you are going to see these things, identical means triple equal to is that identical, exclamatory and double equal to means not identical. Greater than, it will show whether the $x value is greater than y or not. If the $x is less than or $y or not. $x is greater than or equal to y, $x is this or the net. Spaceship, that's the most important comparison parameter in any of this particular PHP language. if returns whether an integer is less than or equal to or greater than or 0 depending on if $x is less than equal to greater than $y introduced in PHP 7. What is this thing? If the $x value is equal to $x value is equal to $y, it will show you as output as 0. Please note down this point. If in the spaceship comparison operator, if the $x is equal to $y, that means the x and y values are equal, then it will give an output as 0. If the x value is less than y, it will show you an output as -1. And if the $x has the value more than greater than y, it will show an output as 1. X equal to y, it will show you 0. X is less than y, it will show -1. If x is greater than y, it will show +1. Just to simply keep this point in your spatial comparison operator. Once you will check the, I'll just say the PPT, once you will go through this, you will be very much clear with your ideas. PHP increment, decrement operators, these are something that you are already know about this: pre-increment, post-increment, pre-decrement, post-decrement. Maybe you are all aware with you have when you are doing with the C language or not. It actually depends upon the output. Fine. If you want the incremented answer, you have to do pre-increment and then you will have to return the x value. In the similar fashion for the pre-decrement and all those things, in similar fashion it will move on. Okay, then comes your logical operators. PHP logical operators. Now, what are these AND or XOR, and or not? I guess you have already seen these things in physics. I guess the logical gates. Yes, what is this AND functionality or functionality XOR and all? AND means if both are true, it will return true. If any one of the it will be true, then you have to use or. XOR, true if either x or y's value is true, but not both should be true. And again, if again this is the same functionality, you can simply use double AND, small AND, all those things you can also use. Fine, this is then AND functionality. That means both will be true or will be only any one value is true. XOR will be any one, it should be true, but it's not like both of them should be true. Fine, that's the three functionalities AND or AND XOR. You can even show it as in a mathematical logical way as well. That is AND this and all. Fine, that's the logical operators. Then comes your string operators. That is this dot concatenation and the concatenation assignment. Maybe you will not aware about these things right now. When we will going to see it as a practical purpose, now I'll tell you that what is this string operators will actually, just to have a small trigger in your mind that what is this, how to use string operations. One is your concatenation and concatenation assignment. Okay, what it is do, it just add text one and text two, it will add concatenate both these things. And concatenation assignment means it just simply append the text two to text one. We'll see when we are going to work it practically. Then what is this PHP array operators? This $x plus $y, if someone thinks like $x has three operators, three values, and three values, that is a b c, and $y has three values, that is d e f. Now if you are arranging like $x plus $y, union of both these things, it will show you a b c d e f, all these things in a one single array. Then $x equal to $y, again it will check identity, returns true if $x and $y have the same key value pairs. Identity, it will check true have the same value pairs in the same order and of the same types. Identity, I already told you with a great example of regarding that float and an integer purpose. Similar fashion, identity also works here as it is. The same functionalities as you have done in this numerical operators. Now, similar fashion, it will you are going to work in arrays only. Fine. The only difference is array has some multiple values. Where there we are dealing with single value. Now we are operating with more than one values. Then inequality is something returns true if $x is not equal to $y. Inequality returns true if $x is not equal to $y. Similar fashion, as already told, inequality has similar fashions. Non-identity, again this the same thing, not identical to $y, and of again with the same types and all. Then after this PHP operators, then the PHP conditional assignment operators, that is actually works on this, returns the value of expression 1 true and false. What is this? $x equal to this expression 1, question mark, expression 2 or expression 3. వచ్చారా వచ్చారా తీసుకో ఫోటో. తర్వాత పంపిస్తాను 5 నిమిషాలు. The conditional assignment operators, that is then ternary, that is the whatever the returns the value of $x, while something like if $x is going to represent as the value of 5, then what the dollar expression 2 and dollar expression 3 will be your conditional statements. Whatever the value will be true, it will simply put whether it's a true or false. Similar fashion, that is a null coalescing function. You will see again these things by while doing something, any operations or not. Fine. Okay, so these are still the conditional assignment operators only. Now these are conditional statements. Fine. I'll just quickly try to wrap up the things again. Arithmetic, basically function addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, and exponential. Then the assignment operators, similar fashion as the arithmetic functionality works, x plus y minus y, and simply assigning the values to any particular variable. That's the only difference between arithmetic and assignment. Then your comparison as the comparison operators, similar equality, it will find the equality, then identicality, not equality, then not identical, greater than, less than. Then your increment and decrement operators, string functionalities, concatenation and concatenation assignment. We'll see the examples of string operations, and these are the array operations, that is union, equality, identity, inequality, and all. Similar fashion of comparison operators, there we have seen just only similar numerical values, but we are taking here as multiple values. Then comes is your conditional assignment operators. So two things that we are going to see is the examples of both uh, uh, string operators and conditional assignment operators. These are the two things that we are going to discuss. Then after, so we have completed the 73rd page. So these are the PHP conditional statements. So we'll start this thing from tomorrow onwards. How many of you have been yes, how many of you are being in this session with your laptops? How many of you are with laptops? Please write down in the chat box. Okay, okay, fine, fine, fine. We'll quickly have a small revision now. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. Yeah. Okay, fine, fine, fine. So, okay, so simple suggestion is that whoever has your laptops with you, na, just open any notepad file and whatever the things I am show you, na, just try to run that programs as well. Fine. So we have already seen. See, conditional operators are something that we are going to discuss later on, because for that you have should be very clear about regarding the concepts of get and post and all. So we'll see those things later on. For first of all, just I'll try to have this shown regarding the string functionalities, that how this concatenation and this concatenation actually works. Fine. So please be with, just start your laptops and try to do whatever the things I am going to do. Fine. So are you able to see this notepad file? Yes or no? Yes, sir. Okay, okay, fine. So what we have done, we have simply okay, this is the body HTML. These are the body HTMLs. Okay, fine. These are not an issue things. You can have those things later on as well. Simply just have to focus on this PHP functionality. Fine. What is this PHP functionality? You can see the first concatenation is dollar of text one dot dollar text two. Okay, fine. This is the simple thing. Now what is the this what we have done, we have taken text one as a hello, and then we are taking this as a, another text as a hello, and the another text as Teja simply, and what we have done, simply echo dollar text one dot text two. This is a simple concatenation. Fine. Now if I just save that function in this window C, then XAMPP htdocs all files, and then simply put it as a one.php. Fine, simply save that file here, there it is. Then simply start the XAMPP control server, start admin localhost 1.php. Simple, you can see here, you can see this hello Teja. Yes, it is visible now. Okay, I'll just try to put these two things as well. You can, I am showing you three images. Fine, this was the first concatenation working. This was the sample code, that is we have taken dollar text one text two and simply trying to fix the text one dot text two. What is you are going to see is this, you can see this hello Teja is showing. Fine, this was the first example. Okay, then second example is something like this was the second example. You can see here what you have done, dollar text one, that is the consignment one. Okay, you can see here this was the $text1 equal to hello, $text2 equal to world. Now what simply $text1 dot equal to $text2. We are not directly printing $text1 dot text2. We are simply taking $text1. You can $text1 dot equal to $text2 and then printing $text1. Okay, now I'm going to print as this something like this. Okay, if I'm going to run this, first of all save that file again in all files htdocs. Now put it as a second dot php. Fine, if I am going to run this as second dot second dot php, you can see here now hello asdfgijk. Fine, you can see the same output it is showing, but the method is different. Once we have directly printing or $text1 dot $text2, what we have done, we have simply assigned this $text1 dot $text2 in this particular value, that is $text1, and then simply printing it as equal $text1. It will just simply print out the value. Fine, clear with this thing? Clear with this concept regarding the what is this concatenation actually works? Yes or no? Quickly, fatafat, fast in the chat box, just write it down, yes or no. Yes, only one. Yes, yes, yes. Raven sir, any issue? No, sir. Okay, fine. So this was something regarding string operations and all. From tomorrow, we'll see the few functionalities, few regarding the conditional statements. Fine. I guess, I hope that, yes, I think that each and everyone knows these things about all conditional statements, arrays and all. So I'm just trying to have a small introductory part in all those things, so that once we are going to prepare any projects and all, it would be beneficial for you to understand the things very fastly, so that I'm just trying to wrap up all those things in a week. So maybe still in this week we'll go on to this introductory part itself. Fine, from the next week we'll start trying to build a small projects and all. Fine, we are going to see different concepts also. Okay, so I'll uploaded a small, how many of you have seen the ppt that I have uploaded in the morning? I have seen, sir. Okay, okay, fine. So okay, I have seen, sir. Okay, fine. How many of you tried to solve any particular thing, any array, any string and all? At least tried, anyone? Yes or no? Quickly. I'm ho raha hai. No, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. Okay, Padma ma'am, can you just unmute yourself for a while, please? You have
Yes,
submitted the
sir.
task. Okay. So, which things you have used? You have submitted, like you have used arrays, strings, and everything you used.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Tejaswani ma'am,
Yes, sir.
you have also submitted the task.
No, sir. I mean,
You have
I
tried.
don't.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
Which functionality you tried?
Strings, sir.
Okay, strings. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So it's a small. I guess the due date is. I guess to due date is of tomorrow. I guess, right? So just try to submit this thing, and in the evening I'll again upload the remaining part of the PPT. That is regarding 74th page. Just try to have that one operation from one particular thing, like one assignment operator, one arithmetic operator, one logical operator, and one string operator. Find one array operator. Simplifying, that's the another task that will be going for you today, and that too you have to submit by the end of tomorrow only. Fine. It's a very simple task. Okay, you don't require a lot of time. Even it's an 35-40 minutes, it will be more than enough. Fine. Okay, now if you have any queries, you can stay here, otherwise you can start leaving the meeting. Yes, Kanika ma'am, you can stop the recording now.